Thanks for watching Crokinole Center. We're now at the round of 16 stage of the 2022 NCA Players Championship in the doubles competition. So the 16 teams are broken into 4 pools of 4, and we're going to be watching Group A action here. So in each pool, or in the Group A pool, we have the Slaters, who finished first. They were the top seed. The 8th seed, which is Ray Kappes and Kevin Bechtel. They're playing each other. And also in this pool, Dale Henry and Eric Miltenberg, and the team of Jeremy Tracy and Janet Waite. Will see them in action in some later games. And this game is underway with the Slaters shooting first in this round. Kappes and Bechtel with the hammer. Kappes unable to get the takeout there, but the leave is nice. Very tough takeout for Fred Slater, especially with one of his own discs in the way. But he makes the takeout. You notice Fred Slater shooting with the index finger. Previously was a majority of a middle finger shooter, and we're seeing him shoot with the index finger these days. And Justin Slater makes the takeout 20 there. It's a good leave from Ray Kappes. I think he was going for the fall through 20, but the leave is great, right in front of the peg. Fred Slater not going for the takeout here. A nice placement there. He wasn't, you notice he wasn't going for the rebound 20. Didn't want to leave Kevin Bechtel with a chance to score a 22. He's just looking to hit the disc on the outside, to sort of take like a thin slice of it, and just leave his red disc far away from the 20 hole. Ray Kappes might see a ricochet 20 opportunity here to try to tie up the 20 count, and he gets it. Nice little touch 20.
It's a fine shot, but it can be done.
Now Fred Slater also with a touch 20 of his own there, putting some pressure on Kappes and Bechtel. I think Kevin Bechtel was actually looking for a ricochet 20, and then he realized he was actually shooting black there. That black disc would be in a great spot for a takeout 20, but unfortunately that's his own disc.
Maybe just take this one up a bit.
Slides the disc over towards Ray's territory. Justin Slater with a good leave. I don't think there's a double takeout here for Ray Kappes, but he might end up pushing his luck a little bit. Oh yeah, he proves me wrong. Great shot there from Ray Kappes. Gets the double and a nice leave against the peg. And that's a nice, that's a very nice hide for Fred Slater. I think the only way to go through this is through Hogan's Alley. Long takeout through Hogan's Alley here. Kevin Bechtel makes contact but loses the shooter. So now play forced into the middle here. Hitting stick for Justin Slater. Tough shot for Ray Kappes here. Can only manage the takeout. Nice slide for Fred Slater into a tough spot. Kevin Bechtel leans across, covering our view from the camera, and he ends up making contact but losing the shooter. Justin Slater with a chance to clinch the round. And he gets it, so the first 2 points will go to the Slaters. So we saw that the Slaters were the top seed. They had an incredible preliminary round. They racked up 57 out of a possible 64 points. They won every single game. So all 8 games they had victories in. And Ray Kappes, Kevin Bechtel, pretty good round too. They only lost 1 game. That was the very first game of the day to Nathan Walsh and Claire Kipper, but otherwise won every game that they played, with the exception of, I guess, one other draw, so they only lost 1 game. Kevin Bechtel left a hanger 20, but Justin Slater unable to capitalize there. Just one more note, note on Fred Slater shooting now with the index finger. I mentioned that he used to be a middle finger shooter, and we saw him starting to switch a few years ago. He was sort of mixing it up between index and middle finger, and that follows actually a similar thing to Justin Slater. Justin Slater, when he started out, shot with the middle finger right up until 2009, which I guess was his first year in competitive Crokinole. And then in 2010, he switched to the index finger and had almost immediately tremendous success, ended up winning the World Championship that year, and of course has had a very successful crokinole career with that index finger. So Fred Slater, some years later, has now sort of followed a similar path, now switching to the index finger too. So we'll look to watch for him in future tournaments to see if it leads to some extra success. It's an interesting study case on whether index fingers or middle finger shooters have better success in crokinole. Certainly index finger shooters are a lot more common. Ooh, second mistake there for Justin Slater, giving a nice chance here for Ray Kappes to pile on the 20 lead. Ooh, it just lips out. So door open a little bit here for the Slaters. Oh, Fred Slater unable to capitalize. So again, another leave here. Couple inaccurate shots there so far, and Kevin Bechtel sort of cleans up the garbage around the 20 hole. Gets a 220 edge for his team. And Justin Slater just say about maybe 3 uncharacteristic mistakes in a row there. I could tell he wasn't not like the way he shot that last disc, going for a touch 20. And Ray Kappes sort of followed it up with another mistake, losing the shooter on his shot. So a bit of a sloppy round. Oh, wow. Never mind, I take back the sloppy comment. Fred Slater, incredible follow-through 20 there, putting some pressure on. Now in these final shots, nice takeout and roll there for Kevin Bechtel, right in front of a peg. Justin Slater, unfortunately, loses the shooter to the outside. Ooh, Ray Kappes probably didn't want to bring that in. So leaves a potential rebound 20 here for Fred Slater, try to tie this round. Oh, hits the peg. Actually, see, he switched to the middle finger there. I guess he was going for a little bit more power on that shot because he needed not only the contact on that black disc to get the rebound 20, but he also needed a bit of a follow-through. As we saw, he also used the middle finger shooter on that tremendous follow-through 20 that he scored there. So we're tied 2-2. Justin Slater opens round 3 with a 20. Ray Kappes leaves it short. Take it from Fred Slater is far back of the 20 hole. Kevin Bechtel just satisfied with a hit and stick. Justin Slater as well. I think there's just a touch 20 opportunity here for Ray Kappes. I don't think there's a way to get a takeout and a 20 here. Oh, and he hits the peg on the way in. That's always the risk with that shot, is a pretty thin slice to get the touch 20 from that angle. Fred Slater adds to the lead. Oh, Kevin Bechtel almost makes the rebound 20. Nice roll there for Justin Slater. Ray Kappes is unable to bring his disc into the middle, so Fred Slater with a nice takeout to the outside gives Kevin Bechtel nothing to work with here. Good takeout there, but we'll be relying on a ricochet attempt or a follow-through attempt here for Ray Kappes. Kappes loses the shooter. So open board here for Fred Slater to really put this round out of reach with perhaps a third 20. Nope, just bounces out on him. Bechtel's fall through 20 attempt just a little bit short. Justin Slater picks up the hanger 20 that time. Now the players finding their 20 range here as the Slaters get enough of a 20 lead that they will end up clinching this round and go up 4-2. These teams will play each other team in their pool once here, so total of 3 games, so every point can matter as only the first place team in each group will advance to the semifinals. So every game is crucially important, and every point is crucially important. So Rick Kappes starts off the fourth and final round of this opening game of Group A action, and again, leaves it short. Left quite a few open 20s short. Fred Slater going for the ricochet 20, ends up leaving a hanger here for Bechtel. He's knocked down a couple of these already, and he knocks down another. Justin Slater responds. Kappes finds the range that time. Oh, and Bechtel's open 20 just bounces out. Justin Slater will lean over to get this takeout and the 20. Oh, just the 20, just nice touch. I think that's totally fine there. Good to get the 20 there. 20 much more important than the takeout on that shot. Fred Slater, I think he was trying to roll that he wouldn't leave a ricochet 20 attempt for Bechtel, but he's left sort of a short ricochet. Ooh, Bechtel misses on it. Didn't quite catch what the Slaters were saying there, but I think they wanted to roll out a bit.
He's going across the side and he called out. If you lose your shooter, it's not the end of the world.
Fred Slater with a nice takeout there. He's heard Justin say just before it that he didn't care even if Fred lost the shooter. He just wanted the takeout. Bechtel brings his disc into the middle. Boy, Justin Slater manages with that takeout to end up bringing both his discs to the outside. Works out pretty well for him. Kappes gets a double takeout, puts a little bit of pressure here on Fred Slater, although this disc, even through the pegs, is wide open. Now Bechtel perhaps with a ricochet opportunity here. Just brings it a little bit short, brings it onto the 10-15 line. Nice takeout there for Justin Slater. No opportunity for Kappes to do anything. Nice hit and stick here for Fred Slater. Should be able to leave Bechtel with nothing on his shot. Yeah, there's nothing here for Bechtel to score a 20. Can't really even hide it either, so just rolls it in, so makes the takeout just a little bit tougher here for Justin Slater. But Justin Slater still able to make the takeout, and that secures the final 2 points as the Slaters take a 6-2 victory in the first game of the round of 16 action here at the 2022 NCA Players Championship.